Allowance is made. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. So I want to read this first before we get into the video that I want to play. So let's go to YouTube. So this video was put up by Dabu7. Subscribe. Be putting up a lot of videos about certain information. The title is Absolute Chaos, Houses Torched in Spokane, Trees Still Standing, Metal, Mailbox Smelt, Mail Doesn't. So there's obviously some evil going on here, some mischief. And I actually learned about this video from various topics that, let's see, hold on. This video. Elder Apostle Rumlob did a video concerning this matter entitled Various Topics. See, as you can see. So let's go back to the original video and let's play it for those that may have not seen it. Fucking ads, man. These annoying ass ads. And I can't even skip them, man. That's the annoying part. There we go.
Crossplay, now available.
So this is the map, the DOT Smart City Challenge. So these are apparently some of the cities or states that they want to establish.
So imagine Shark Tank, right? But without the cameras,
cities,
and you get your master's degree simply by launching your own business. That's basically one day. They're the world's only program where you can get your MBA simply by launching your own.
Do you have any information in regards to the fires in Spokane? Well, we have metal mailboxes that have melted, but yet the Amazon Prime package inside is still there untouched. It just so happens that Spokane, Washington is part of the 2030 agenda for smart cities. And is listed right here on the map. You can also see that this level 3 Old Trails fire is rolling up on the neck of the woods of West Plain, right where the data center is scheduled to go. People are asking questions as to why the trees are still standing all over the place and the metal has been melted in places, everything else destroyed. Again, houses, you can see here, reminds me of the Paradise Palisades, where the houses are burned down and the trees around them still standing, and you've got things melted down. Like this vehicle getting torched and it being hot enough to melt aluminum and glass, but not hot enough to burn up the grass and the shrubbery right next to it. A lot of odd things start to stand out. Another one here, as you can see, this place completely torched, glass melted, everything else but the trash cans just a few feet away, still standing A-OK. Nothing wrong with them. You can also make note that Spokane is part of an initiative that has had over 450 smart meters put into these neighborhoods alone. maybe even more.
Okay, so
But
as you
people
know,
are seeing this driving
Esau
through
has a plan,
neighborhoods and are
to build
asking,
these
how did
smart
this
cities.
house even catch fire when all the trees and everything around
And
it
he
are still
wants to
standing?
build these different data
They're
centers.
good questions to ask, especially when
And he has to
you've
do
got
a lot
homes
of
completely taken out and the one standing right next to it
unjust land grabbing in order to
not
accomplish it.
getting hit. So
You know,
did they have a smart meter?
first,
Questions that I have.
Let's go.
And
Let's type
do
in
you
directed
have any information
energy weapons.
on all of
It
this?
says directed energy
Let me know
weapons or advanced
in the comment
systems
section below.
that
Join me for the
damage
live streams
targets
Monday, Wednesday, and
using
Friday, 9
focused
p.m. Eastern,
electromagnetic
where we try to
energy,
get to the bottom of this
such as
and a whole lot
high
more.
energy lasers
Hope to see you
and
there.
high point microwaves rather than solid bullets or explosive projectiles. They travel at the speed of light, offering a very low cost per shot, and have near limitless magazine capacity as long as power is available. So, this technology, directed energy weapons, DEWs for short, this technology exists. This technology it exists, and Esau has it, and he can use these directed energy weapons to cause fires or wildfires, if you will. So, could this be a result of a directed energy weapon? Yes. Could these smart meters be causing people's houses to catch on fire? All right. It says a false a FF event, meaning it says a double F event. You see what it says. It says a double F event is a harmful act done by a group that tries to hide who they are and make it look like an enemy or someone else did it or something else did it. The main goals are to trick the public, gain sympathy, or create a cause to start a fight or a war. Or for this case, you know, um, you can you can um you can destroy someone's land, and once that land is affected by a fire, you can actually take that land, you can seize it. So the title of this lesson, like it says, be like I said, through the spirit, beware of double F events. Things like this happening, mysterious fires breaking out, houses being torched, and Esau ultimately he wants to put up these data centers. As you can see, all of the cities look smart cities. This is what he want to do, but he has to establish these data centers. Let's go to Google. I went on Google, and of course, as you can see, I typed in, do smart cities require data centers? It says, yes, Smart cities require data centers because they process
This part of it.
massive streams of information from internet connected devices, run real time public services, and store essential urban data. Why smart cities need data centers? Real time control. Instant processing is needed for fast tasks like smart traffic lights, autonomous vehicles, and emergency response. And you see autonomous vehicles are all throughout Babylon the Great. You know, they're coming up with autonomous truck drivers. I'm sorry, autonomous trucks that don't need no one to drive it. So this is ultimately what these devils want to bring to pass. Bring these smart cities, autonomous vehicles, autonomous trucks. Putting people in, these cities, these smart cities. You don't have no job. You're gonna get a universal based income. You're not gonna be able to work, which gives them total control over your everyday life, which they're gonna sell it to you like it's something that's delicacy. But it's really just to gain control over you, gain more power over you. All right, it says edge computing, small local data centers placed near urban sensors reduce delay, so systems react immediately. Massive storage. Cities keep huge historical records for long-term planning, safety compliance, and water or power tracking. So as you can see, these smart cities need these data centers to be built. And that's the whole point. So we have to be aware of these different events. The scriptures speak about the trickery of the devil, the wiles of the devil, I'm sorry. Because causing these fires and seizing people's land is a way that they've been doing that shit for a long time. Ephesians 6 and verse 10, it says, "Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might," which means his abilities. So we got to be strong in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Let's see, Ephesians 6, NLT, 10, NLT. My blue layer is not working. Might be my internet. Okay. My blue letter is not working. All right, okay, so it looks like I'm not going to be able to read the NLT because I believe I'm having some internet issues. I only got one bar, so forgive me. I wanted to read the NLT though. Let's see, Ephesians 6 and 10, verse 11, it says, "Put on the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil." Let me see if I can find the word wiles. Yeah, so the word wiles means a trick. See? It says to trick, craft, fraud, defraud, I'm sorry. To deceive. So we have to beware of the tricks or the cunning, the wiles of Esau. And this is one of them. This is one of them. This whole infrastructure that they're setting up is a part of their plans. It's a part of their tricks. This is all pointing towards the RFID micro CHIP being made mandatory. These devils have control over your everyday lives, and they're trying to gain more control. And that they set up these smart cities, they set up these data centers. That's one step closer to the MOTB, being made mandatory. So these things must happen. You know, so we are living in that time without the shadow of a doubt that of Revelation chapter 13. Mark 13 and 20 says, and except that the Lord had shortened the day of those days, no flesh should be saved. But for the elect's sake, whom he hath chosen, he has shortened the days. So things are going quicker. Things are moving faster. Esau's going along with his plans of a 144 call line line bunch no shot. The Lord, Esau is going forward with his plans to establish these data centers, to set up his smart cities, and as well as RFID micro C-HIP being made mandatory. Let's see. Does the all right, data centers. What's the purpose of a data center? It says data centers are secure, climate control facilities used to store, process, and transmit vast amounts of digital information. Remember that everything is going digital, right? They power everyday online activities like video streaming, web browsing, and digital banking. See? Wait, what does that say? So these data centers are needed to power everything. And ultimately it's going to be used to power the RFID micro C-HIPs that are going to be made mandatory, man. It says they power everyday online activities like video streaming, web browsing, and digital banking. It says core functions, data storage, holding massive files under user backups and company databases safely, cloud computing, running remote programs and infrastructure or for business and apps, network traffic, moving emails, texts, and web pages across the globe instantly, artificial intelligence, training and running heavy AI models using specific computer chips. Main uses by industry, entertainment, hosting video games, music platforms, and movie streaming services, finance, processing credit card swipes, mobile payments, and online banking. Remember, online banking, everything is going digital. Soon they're going to get rid of credit cards. They're going to get rid of paying with your phone, and everything is going to be, well, actually paying with your phone is a part of being digital payments. It's going to advance even further than that to be inside of you with the RFID micro C-HIP, you know? So this is all a part of the plan. Just the book of Ephesians 5 and 15. It says, see then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise. So we got to be circumspect. We got to watch everything that's going on. Let's look up the word circumspect. Circumspect, cautious, weary, literally looking about on all sides, guarded, well considered. You know, the scripture says the prudent man foreseeth the evil. Proverbs 27 and 12. The prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished. See? So if you're prudent, you're wise, you're going to be watching on what's going on. You know, Esau setting up these data centers. They're making it seem like it's going to be something that's better for the future. No, it's better for his agenda. It's better for his MOTB. That's the goal. Put that RFID micro C-HIP in you, man. That's what these data centers is going to fund all of this. It's going to power the infrastructure. Ephesians 5 and 15, it says, see then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time because the days are evil. So redeeming the time, paying attention to the times because the days are evil. Evil means bad times. We're living in bad times. You know, Esau gonna make his RFID micro C-hip mandatory under the penalties of death. If you don't wanna follow, you're gonna be cut off from society. Let me see. So we have to be circumspect. We got to pay attention to everything. Be not ignorant. Sirach 5:15, it says, be not ignorant of anything in a great matter or a small. So we can't be ignorant. The word ignorant means not to know. A lot of our people are ignorant to what's going on. And that's why they're going to get caught out here. Ignorant, lacking wisdom or knowledge, unaware. See? You know? And a lot of you have been benighted. The word benight, it says to be overtaken by darkness, to involve with darkness. Figurative sense of to involve in moral or intellectual darkness. See? A lot of our people are benighted. They're in benighted. Let's see. Overtaken by darkness. See? So our people are overtaken by, darkness. That's why they don't know. That's why they're ignorant. That's why they lack the wisdom, So it says not knowing, ignorant, to not to know, to be unacquainted, mistake, misunderstood, to take no notice of, pay no attention to. Ignorance is bliss. Let's look up what that means. Ignorance is bliss. Means that when you do not know about something bad or hard, you don't have to worry about it, so you can feel happy and at peace. And this is how our people are. They're enjoying their blissful ignorance. But little do they know, you finna be slaughtered. Is second edges? Sorry. Damn it. Hold on. I know it's in second edges. I thought I could type it in. It's flock. This is the book of second edges 15. And verse 1, it says, behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, said the Lord. So we're speaking the words of prophecy. What are the prophecies that we're speaking about? The MOTB, which is the RFID micro C-hip. We're speaking about World War III. We're speaking about martial law. America being destroyed. The return of our Lord Yahweh Shai. These are the prophecies that we're speaking about. And we're speaking in the ears of our people on the highways and the byways, as well as on the internet, via these videos on YouTube, these lessons, these epistles. So we're speaking the words of prophecy in the ears of our people, but they still want to be ignorant. It says, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. The words of the Lord are faithful and true. That means you can trust in the words of Yahweh B'Shem Shah. And the Lord is not a man that he shall lie. Numbers chapter, what was it? Numbers 23:19. The Most High is not a man that he shall lie. See? So the Lord is not a liar. If he said that, if he spoke these things by the mouth of his prophets, then these things are going to happen. Fear not the imagination is against thee. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. Because, unbelievers, the scriptures tell you, you're going to die in your unbelief. It says, for all the unfaithful will die in the unfaithfulness. See? So being ignorant is not the best thing for you, man. You got to be knowing what's going on. You got to pay attention to the prophecies. And if you're not listening to the prophets, then you're not going to be prepared. You're not going to be ready because you will be targeted, man. You already being targeted. 2nd Edges 15:10. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter, and I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt. So our people are being literally led to the slaughter, man. Led to the slaughter. It's important to pay attention to what's going on in the earth. And our people are enjoying their blissful ignorance. All right, so ignorance is bliss. Ignorance is bliss means that not knowing about a problem or bad news keeps you happy and stress-free because you do not have to worry about it. But that's not going to work. Even if you were like just you know something evil is going on, you know something bad going on, and you're like, you know what, I don't care, I'm not going to pay no attention to it. It's going to affect you. This is going to be a global thing, man. No matter what, it's going to affect you. These data centers is going to affect you. The RFID micro C-HIP is going to affect you. World War III is going to affect you. So you cannot just stick your head in the sand and just hoping it's going to go away. No, it's not. You got to wake up and smell the coffee, man. This thing is not going away. These prophecies are not going away. These things must happen. Acts chapter 14, verse 22. It says, confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith, and that we must through much tribulation into the kingdom of the Most High. So we got to go through a lot of shit. We got to endure. Endure to the end. Matthew 24:13. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. So we got to endure. So endurance, man. Endure, to undergo or suffer. See? To continue in existence. Make hard, harden, bear, tolerate, keep up, maintain, make hard. So we got to be firm, solid, steadfast. We have to endure until the end. And knowing about these things is one step closer to in your process of endurance. You can't be ignorant, man. That was another word that I looked up a while back. Let me see. I might try to find it off video. Hopefully, Lord willing. All right, so beware of double F events. Beware of double F events. Be aware of double F events going on. Be circumspect. Or it might be circumspect of double F events or something along those lines. We know Esau's making his move. He's doing what he needs to do. And the more he do what he need to do, the quicker we can get the hell up out of here. And we can go home and we can be free from this captivity, free from oppression, and free from, this curse of death. So Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. I think that's all I have for this video. So Lord willing, this lesson is edifying through the Spirit and power Yahweh Hashem Hashab, and close out by giving all praise and the glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rukakwadash, up on us to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that rule and teach well. Shalom.